Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Sim Racing Media Network. This is Angel Santiago. I'm joined today by my friend here, Dean Clavitt. Dean, you got us?
I got you guys.
All
Or you.
right, man. I am excited for this race. We're going to jump in here. We're still settling in, trying to get our feet wet here with the Ruff Racing League, this being our second race so far this season with them. Their fourth race of the season as they are here at Talladega Super Speedway. We have our pole sitter, Jeffrey Ledford, starting on pole in his Toyota Tundra, and right beside him, James Wagner. He is in the number 30 Toyota Tundra. Andrew Smith, Jerome Cooper, they'll make up row number 2. Row 3 belongs to Tyler Alberts and Matthew Ace. Row 4 to Chad Hawkins and Tim Richardson. And rounding out your top 10 belongs Dalton Steele and Chris Ramsey. We got an exciting race tonight. We are presented today by the company of Lifted Bodies. We want to thank them for coming on board and sponsoring this league. We know that really, at the end of the day, money does matter for everything, and it's thanks to them that we'll be able to bring you this race live from Talladega Super Speedway. Dean, we got 50 laps tonight here at Talladega. What can we expect?
A lot of three-wide racing, more than likely. I don't know. We'll see how it is with we got what 2, 4, 6, about maybe 20 or so cars or trucks. Definitely gonna be a good race for sure. We'll see how it plays out. Got 50 laps. Pretty short race for a super speedway, so that'll be exciting too. So 2 faster pairs. It'll make for crazy racing with 2 faster pairs.
Well, they had 2 faster pairs last week at Bristol, and honestly, it was some darn good racing even then. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do here at Talladega. Excuse me. And you are correct. It's gonna be. It can very much be chaotic, but looking for some good chaotic. 20 trucks is a pretty solid amount. You're right, with 50 laps. Dean, I left this one out for you, but this is a beginner's league, so we'll have to see how these drivers do here. Great racing they put on last week, though. We're excited to go green flag racing. You have the Iracing.com pace car pulling down the pit lane. Trucks are lined up side by side, 10 rows deep. They're going to come across a tri-oval. Remembering Talladega not having that start-finish line normal. They go through the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out. Jeffrey Ledford with a great start. He's going to move immediately to the top side. We got a 3-truck breakaway in the high side as the trucks on the inside now looking to fill in some space and make their way through the field.
One thing to look out for here, Angel, is that top line. Everybody's gonna be on that top line. That line moves the best here at Talladega.
Yeah, and you've got to get a group that can actually work well together on that outside lane, though, because we've been in it where you've seen drivers, you're on the outside, you're like, man, we should be moving. We are not moving. But right now, this outside lane is, in fact, moving. Jeffrey Ledford still the leader, but that inside lane, the Ford F-150 of Jerome Cooper, he is right on his tail trying to lead lap number 1.
So a drag race here for lap 1. So the 88 might get Jeffrey. Yep, he does. Gets it, lap 1.
Right there, we saw the difference with the run on the high side, and that's really how this race is run. The high side just carries that momentum because it's just plain and simple. The outside is more track to run than the inside. You have a shorter distance on the inside, so the trucks are going to get backed up on top of each other. It simply causes checkups. Like it or not, you're sitting in the back of the pack like, man, why is somebody not moving up there? Meanwhile, they're all full throttle, that's how it is. The outside lane, you have more distance, more track to you, which allows you to be on the throttle more time and carrying that momentum. Just the inside prevails sometimes with a shorter distance still.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just momentum. That's why everybody decides to go on the top here. And even sometimes, really, the third lane even works here. You can get a little bit better run too. So it makes it really interesting here. As you see right now, I'm trying to There we go. James Wagner trying to push the 88 here, but it looks like Jerome Cooper's coming back for the lead here.
And they are fighting hard inside and outside for that lead here. We are still lap number 3 of 50. And these drivers are want all of it. Oh, we got to run for the lead. Going to take him 3 wide. No, he's going to back out. He's going to go ahead and make a little bit wider decision and say, no, maybe I don't want to be in the middle 3 wide this early in the race.
And that's one thing you got to watch out for here is, for trucks to be pushing and all that, you can't get that left rear, the left rear bumper, or else it's just going to hook them and spin them all out. So that's one thing to watch out for too. And thankfully, there's a lot of good give and take there. But come, 5 to go, that'll be gone.
Yeah, the give and take is absolutely gone with 5 laps to go. Might even argue with less than that. Those of you who are joining us on our YouTube, want to thank you for that. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, whatever you got to do to get those bell notifications from us to keep watching your favorite drivers week in and week out here on the Sim Racing Media Network on Wednesday nights, but also just to get a good insight on all the other types of racing that we have going on. And you got one truck on the bottom on the yellow line. Nice recovery, though. Going to go pull right back up there. That is the number 30 of James Wagner.
Yeah, it looks like he just wanted to, clear the bottom, and I guess he's just satisfied with riding right now, and that's okay too, as we get to 11 right now, 3 wide for 4th.
And as you talked about just a lap or 2 ago, you can get that outside lane moving, and now the outside lane looking more prevalent than that middle lane. There's only 2 trucks there.
Yeah, Andrew's got to be careful here. You see, he's trying to side draft right now, but if he gets too close and with net code and all that, it can, hook them both. So he's got to be careful. But looks like 59. So, there we go. I reckon 88's around.
For the fact that he was almost turned right, I cannot believe not more trucks wrecked. Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. That's unfortunate though. Just one of them things. Just like I was talking about with these bumps and all that. Oh, man, yeah.
All right, let's go in. Let's see what all happened to bring out the yellow flag there. We're going to see if we can jump here on the chopper view of James Wagner. He's that green and black truck, second lane on the inside. You see these trucks just kind of moving around a little bit. That's the number 11, Andrew Freeling. Oh, safety Bob. They're going to make contact. And that's what's going to take out some of the other drivers right there. Wow, massive, massive impact for James Wagner. He's absolutely going to need a faster pair. I don't know about Jeremy Ledford. It seems to be all right. But, wow, massive impact.
Yeah, it looks like, just him the 11 coming off of 2. There's that, I can't think of the word right now. But, it can bottom up the cars and all that, and I think that's what looks like that might have happened. Just bottomed out and just went a little bit too low and got into the 96, unfortunately. But that's just a part of it. Thankfully, 2 fast repairs, so they'll be back in the game.
Exactly. That's the great part of having those 2 fast repairs, giving you that opportunity for James Wagner to have gotten up front. I don't know if he got a chance to lead a lap, but he got some experience running up there. And a lot of these drivers looking maybe to come down pit lane. They got a couple of extra sets of tires. Not that it matters too much here at Talladega. We do have a couple drivers hitting pit lane.
Yeah, if anything, probably, the fuel is one to look at. I mean, 50% fuel, you probably get maybe, I'm trying to think. I just ran a race here last week at Talladega. I think it was about 15 or 16 laps. So, it could come down to the fuel game too. And like I said earlier, it's a 50-lap race. It's very short.
Yep, and you got your first truck coming off now. That is the 59 of Dalton Steele. He was only in his pit box for 6 seconds. So I'm going to imagine that it's just a quick little top off. We're going to not worry about tires here.
No, definitely not. I mean, I think they got 2 sets. So yeah, you can run on 1 set of tires on the all the way to the end, really. What
I do find interesting is that we had only 3 drivers not pit, or am I right? No, maybe only 2 drivers not pit here. That was just Andrew Freeling and Matthew Gall. I'm gonna double check here. If it's 50% fuel for these drivers in a 50-lap race, so you definitely need to pit, but I can't imagine that you can actually make it to the end from here. So maybe just a quick top off, assuming if you have a long green flag run here, you'll have less fuel than everybody else. So that would maybe make sense to me. But nonetheless, 6 laps completed here of the 50 we have in total for tonight's lifted bodies. I put 200. I don't know why. I thought tonight was 80 laps, so I put 200 up there. So forget my math skills, and we'll get that adjusted here in a little bit. Andrew Freeling, for those who don't know, he's got the nickname Safety Bob. Let me see. Does it pull up on his driver's details from Algress, Michigan? Oh, well, that's fantastic. If for those of you also watching, we've got a local sports lounge, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in Algress, Michigan, that will be playing the races in their TVs here on Wednesday nights. So great to see that that's maybe where Andrew got into this. I know Andrew personally from having raced against him in another league a couple of different times. So nice to see Safety Bob out front. We'll have to get him in for an interview here at one point during tonight's race. But right now you got about what looks to be the top 10 trucks right next to each other, waiting for the rest of them to get lined up. And we'll have completed lap 8 when they go green. That'll leave us with 41 laps to go from there.
Yeah, I think they're not going to be aggressive right now. They obviously, we just saw that first wreck, so they might take it a little bit easier now. I could be wrong, but I don't really think they'll push it here. But we'll see. It is Talladega.
Exactly. Where's the fun if you can't do that? These drivers are without a doubt eager to get going, green flag racing here. Everybody's lined up, ready to go. Of course, the lights are off on the pace car, which is just happy news for all of us here and all the drivers down there. With, of course, all the drivers still in this race, 19 trucks. Your goal still at the end of the day, not just to win, but to still have a good finish. With 19 trucks, you could easily end your day and have a very bad points day. And with no stage racing here, you need to make sure you can finish this race for maximum points.
Oh, absolutely. Just finishing is a big deal, especially with this, only 19, like you said. It's going to be interesting, to say the least, if we do have, people out and whatnot. And also, got to watch out for the last lap wrecks, too. You can make up a lot of positions if you're still on the lead lap, too, and you miss that big wreck.
Yeah, that's always going to be the goal for anybody trying to miss those wrecks at the end. Talk about guys starting towards the back. Up front, Andrew Freeling, Safety Bob, going to get a good restart here. He's going to easily clear that front row for first as they're going to drive down here into turn number 1. He's so far your biggest mover of the race, up 15 spots. He got a little bit of an uncomfortable push from behind from Dalton Steele. That'll allow Matthew Gall to take the lead. The 58 looking to follow him through. Matthew going to go back up to the top with them to keep him there. Oh no, Andrew! No, the big wreck!
No, everybody's wrecking.
Big, massive wreck. Oh, goodness.
Oh, man. It's the big one.
Oh.
Alrighty, then.
Let's go back and see what all happened there. We're going to jump on board with... Oh, no, hold on. That's not it. This sent us to the wrong yellow flag. Let's go back to this yellow flag here. Alright, so he's got that push, 78 right there. He gets a little bit under the yellow line, so that's going to have to slow down the whole inside lane. 78's clear. 58 is quite yet. We should be able to get past. Oh, there it is. Went a little too fast there. Well, the 11's coming up. The 58's coming down into the lane. 11 comes up more than anything, and then just, man, it takes out the leader, too. Typically, the leaders escape from it, but it still is a chain reaction enough to take him out.
Yeah, it looks like the 11 just caught the rear end when he was coming back up of the 58, and it somehow got into the leader, which is, you don't see that much.
No, not at all. Usually, you're looking in your mirror like, oh, okay, that's happening behind me. Oh, there I am with it. All right. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just about to say. Then you think, looking back at it, the 59 looks like he's like, oh man, I'm about to take this lead, and next thing you know, the 85 is on nowheres and just clobbers him into the inside wall.
And that's typically how it goes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a tough break, really.
Well, while these drivers make their way down pit lane, we're going to go ahead and take a brief commercial break. We do still got to pay the bills here on the Sim Racing Media Network. So while we do that, it'll be a brief minute. We'll be right back, everybody. Alright, we are back live here from Talladega Super Speedway for the Lifted Bodies 125. I want to thank everybody on the YouTube page currently joining us. We currently have Dean Clavitt here joining me in the booth, the resident Canadian, as we'll say for some fun. Dean?
Hello.
Well, I had to bring that up because of the 19 drivers on track, we have one Canadian, and he so happens to be the number 99 Ford F-150 in first.
That's awesome.
Always gotta love how those work out. Nonetheless, here we are. These drivers, we should be looking to one to go. I'm hoping here we'll stay focused in on the 99 truck and see if the pace lights do in fact go off. Should they not for any reason, we'll steal somebody and get a quick interview done for them. Right now, Matthew Ace is the only driver currently not on track, with Safety Bob and Dalton Steele, two of those drivers involved in that last wreck. The only drivers not on the lead lap. And pace lights are off. We are ready to go green. These trucks are going to go back a double file. Going to go at least 8 to maybe 9 rows deep here, as Matthew Ace is making his way back out on track now. So we have two cautions kind of back to back right there. Dean, this is going to lean one way or the other. We might have a string of maybe one or two more, or we end up having a long green flag run. Regardless, after that one or two more, we're going to get that long green flag run, as typically ends up happening. How do you go preparing yourself to put yourself in the right position come that long green flag run? Oh, hold on. We may have lost Dean for a moment. Just a moment, everybody. We may have lost Dean. We're going to give him a moment. He was having some issues with his Discord right before we got started here. So while he gets that, I'll go over what I would say. I guess answer my own question here. How you set yourself up best, honestly, is I would have come down on this pit stop, topped off on fuel. On this caution flag, topped off on fuel. Should we have one more caution, come in, top off one more time, and be ready to go as far as we can. Your best chance is that gives you the option as well to be the lead car if you want, knowing that you're going to burn more fuel, but it does lead to that possibility. Looks like Dean has got his mic back up and running here as the pace car is going down pit lane. Driver side by side once again. Dean, you want to lead us through?
Absolutely. Come down here to the green. Larry Fairman leading this race. He's going to get a good jump, it looks like. Now, you don't want to get too much of a big jump, though, because that pack will just come storming right by you, though. So we'll see how it goes.
I made that mistake once in an official when I didn't know.
I made that plenty, but now we get James Cooper right behind him. We'll see he's going to stay right behind, though. So that's good. That's good for Larry.
Yeah, Larry's like, please don't leave me out to hang. I want to lead a lap here. Well, he's got some laps under caution as you see that number 70, Jerome Cooper,
there we
move
go.
to the outside, and his brother, maybe, family, James Cooper to the outside. Forget what we were talking about. We got a battle for the lead going into 3.
There we go. He's trying to clear. He can't clear him yet. Larry's still on the inside. It looks like they're going to clear the top. He's got help from that 88 of Jeffrey Letford.
You know, he's got a fast truck under him sitting on the pole for today's race, and he is all over the back bumper once again after being involved in one, maybe 2 of the wrecks today, as he's going to push 99 to lead his first natural green flag lap. Question is, how much longer does the 88 want to be behind him before he gets him a little sideways there, as they are just losing a ton of time on that outside. They are now 6, 7 row. They're 3 wide. No real help for anybody.
Jeffrey making the move here.
Yep, he'll finally jump down to the bottom. And here we go, battle for the lead.
Looks like Jeffrey's going to get a push here from his 14 of Andrew Smith. Will they clear? 88's cleared. Yeah. No, at least he's staying up there, though. But it looks like Andrew just can't get cleared right now.
Well, Dean, you being our... I'd say our resident plate racer here, with this being unusual for your Friday nights. What is the etiquette, I guess you would say, when you're driving on the outside? You got that push from the outside. Do you want to, you typically want to stick with that guy, but why is everybody so insistent on jumping right back to the bottom when you know the passes happen on the outside?
You know, I don't really know. I guess it depends who you are and all that, because sometimes the bottom can get a run after a while. Most people do go, as we get the 58 coming back. So that's how I see it. And obviously it depends too with the chassis. You know, like the next gen's a little bit different, the Xfinity different. You know, and these trucks with being a little bit slower too. You know, I don't think you'll be able to get that good of a run. Actually, as I say that, here comes 58, 58-29.
We had a loss of connection there for anybody. Lost brief connection, weirdly, but I guess it happens. As we are now looking almost 3 wide.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god, I just said 3 wide. I just had to say it. They're wrecking big time. Oh, this is truly the big one here.
The commentator's curse. Oh man. Got a lot of good trucks caught up in this one. The 58 and 29, they're 58 and 29, they're literally just up there. Oh man. Still not wrecked. Still not done.
Well, let's see, where do we begin?
Well, definitely got to start, really. This whole thing starts basically right in the backstretch when you got had somebody go 3 wide there. Had Chris Ramsey decide to go 3.
Let's see, you got the 13 truck. He's got a big run, it looks like.
Yep. Oh man.
Chris Ramsey, you're right. He's going to move to the outside. That wasn't a big enough run to not have the help, but he's all right. They're still 3 wide. Oh, hold on. We just about missed that. That was just the 14 truck. I'm not sure exactly what happened to Andrew Smith. That truck just. Oh, when he made. Oh my, is that net code too though?
Yeah, that's basically majority net code right there. I mean, the 14 came up a little bit, but the blame factor there is net code. Nobody did anything wrong.
That's just awful. You're having such great racing happening, and then net code's got to come and ruin it.
That's Iracing for you. It happens a lot, especially on the super speedways. That is like the #1 factor of these wrecks here.
As drivers make their way to pit lane, I want to thank Stevie O's for joining us on our YouTube chat, asking what place Ledford is in. Currently your leader, the number 88 truck. And of course, thank you earlier to James for jumping in the chat. I know it's putting on for Safety Bob there. So thanks everybody so far in chat. Once again, if you are rooting somebody on, be sure to let us know. We'll be sure to get them on the broadcast at one point. And when we're done with this here, we're going to have a couple drivers taking a quick stop. Ledford getting some proper damage repair, hopefully. We'll see there. 22 seconds. Going to get an extra fuel load. Dean, let's see if we can find him and bring him in to chat with us. Let's see. I know it's not your current leader, but current has been. Let's see. No, does. Okay. I'm working on this here.
Near the top 5. I didn't want that.
Sorry, we just this is Angel and Dean in the SRM broadcast booth. It always happens that you go to pull someone in for an interview and they're talking to their teammates at the same time.
How you guys doing today?
We are doing pretty awesome. Want to thank you for joining us. I said this is myself, Angel, and Dean here in the broadcast booth. You're not the leader right now, but you were our leader, and you have been our leader for, I'd say, the majority of the race. We've seen your name up front more than anybody else. How's the race going on for you right now? We're almost at the halfway point, Jeffrey. What can you do to make sure you're leading at the end of this?
Right now, I'm just trying to log laps, trying to keep the car clean. I had that wreck earlier in the race. Went down pit road, got that repaired, trying to save my fast repairs for later in the race if need be. The big thing is just trying to keep the nose clean, keep the car clean, stay with my teammates. That's the reason I made that last pit stop there. I didn't even really need it, but most of my team was going down. They got caught in that last wreck. So we're just trying to stick together, try to keep the cars clean and be at the end of it. It's not about being out front the whole thing. It's about finishing first.
Absolutely. It's all about finishing first. Dean, you got something here for Jeffrey before we let him go to get ready for this last lap.
When you're on the last lap, where are you expecting to be on it? Do you want to be second? Do you want to be leading? Third, fourth?
It depends. If I'm with my team, I'm going to stick where I'm at just to get us across it in good position. If I'm out there with people I don't normally run with, I'd like to be third and just a little bit off of them, because coming in the last lap, they're going to race each other hard to finish, and there's that chance they're going to wreck. As long as you're within about a half a second, you can still draft up on the back straight. So third, I think, is where you want to be on the last lap.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
All right, Jeffrey. Well, good luck. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this one.
Sounds good, guys. Appreciate it.
I want to thank Jeffrey Ledford for jumping in there with us. Always enjoy getting the opportunity to get some interviews in. Last week didn't really get too much of an opportunity. We're just trying to get settled in, but we are luckily in our second week going to get a little bit better settled in. And right now we're going to focus on our two leaders. Larry Fairman still finding his way to be up front even after that. And then Tim Hollywood Richardson, current leader in that number 2 Chevy Silverado.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of him right now. So he's getting his first lap sled here tonight, but it's just avoiding that wreck. That's all he did. Just avoid that, and He went on his way here as we're coming here for the restart.
All right. Iracing.com pit car rolling down to pit lane. Don't want to see him anymore because we want to see these trucks full speed, 190 miles an hour down the straights. But first, they got to get up through the gears. They're going to get through the Geico restart zone. Tim Richardson, he's got the lead. He's going to get going first to second. We're going to move to third gear in a moment. They're across the start-finish line. We are close to halfway. We just completed lap 19. We have 31 to go, but no help for Tim behind him. It's all about Larry in the lead. I'm telling you, you want to have that 88 truck behind you come the end of this race. He is a great pusher.
Yeah, this 88's looking very strong tonight here. Looks like Jerome didn't get that good a restart, though, so that 2 didn't get that help. And here comes the 88 on the bottom. Looking to make a move. He's followed right now by the 14 of Andrew Smith. I wonder if they're teammates. Yeah, I love that. 99 out the dry.
Not did he ever. He said, nope, I'm done with you. I got what I need. Keep on going.
Now, if you have a run like that, it's you have 2 choices. You can either go low or you can go high. And I think they made the right move going low there. Well, looks like his 99 started to come back, though.
Yeah, he's looking, doing a little bit of side drafting, making it work. Actually, really good side drafting there on the two truck because he immediately moved past him and he's onto the 34. This 99, he's looking pretty good for a leader, that's for sure.
All right, let's see what the 88 does here. Looks like he's gonna stick there. Sometimes the leader will come up and block, but I don't think right now they will. But Larry's getting a great push right now, actually. It's 55 of Trevor Bergman. Hopefully I'm saying that right. My apologies if I'm not.
Oh, I think I probably butchered a name or two last week. No worries. That's all in the art of broadcasting. You got to butcher a name or two. As the 55 thought he was going to peer out there, maybe decided not to. Just going to get some clean air to the front of that Chevrolet, looking like an old Mark Martin number 55 paint scheme almost there. That good-looking number 55 truck. I want to thank as well Madison Smith for joining us. If she's talking about Andrew, I'm not sure which Andrew Madison, so if you get a little bit more, or you know what, it's probably
Andrew Smith.
Yeah, go back and look at it. It's probably Andrew Smith. Yeah, if we get an opportunity here in the next one, we'll be happy to bring him on board. You see him come across the screen as the number 14, Andrew Smith. He's in a number 34 white and black. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's 14. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I said 34 for a moment.
He's right P2 right now, though. It looks like he's going to stick to that 88, though. So, that's good.
He's got that turtle wax paint scheme on there. Good-looking paint scheme. Turtle wax, of course, one of the sponsors of this league. And, yes, an actual license. The actual turtle wax, I guess. I know one of the guys here. You know somebody, I guess. That's all that matters.
All right, it's Larry 99. He's starting to come back here just a little bit. He's got a push from Trevor. It looks like they're going to make it work. They might get side by side here by the time they enter 3, and they will.
Question is, who's going to be leading this race here at the end of this lap? Coming close to completing 23 laps so far in this one.
Yeah, now I think, most of these guys just got the, wrecks out of their systems. Now it's like, all right, let's just run some laps. Let's have some nice, clean ones here. I'm hoping anyways that's what they're doing, but so far so good. Like, 55 tried going inside there for a second.
Yeah, I'm interested because the 99, he's seems to have the side drafting down very well. But it seems like his truck isn't quite handling well. You see, it's kind of moving around, honestly, a little bit more than I think some of these other trucks are moving. So, it's actually, you know what? My favorite thing to always do. Let's jump on board with Andrew Smith here in that number. Oh, sorry, the number 99 of Larry Fairman.
Yeah, as you see, here he comes, getting back another run.
Trying to lead this lap, he is.
It's gonna be close. Oh, that's gotta be. Oh man, I think 88 got it, but I almost got hooked.
Yeah, I was 1/100th of a second there. The difference between those two on that one. So it seems to me it's a little more. Okay, we're going to have to see. Oh, nice side drafting there in the middle of the turn. It doesn't look as bad, honestly, on board. On board, he looks pretty comfortable.
Yeah, if you can have good handling truck here, you will probably win this race. Because that's one thing too is even though it may look very easy, sometimes you gotta make sure you get the right inputs and all that, and just making sure you can make moves with the truck. That's a big key here.
Exactly, making moves with those trucks. And Dean, again, as I ask, does it do you more benefit to try to be out there avoiding or out in the back avoiding the wrecks, or to be up front trying to get that in-race experience? Because you still got to get a feel for how the track or how the pack is going. What's happening, what's that ambience like, because you can't just expect to roll up through there not having done anything at all and pass these guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, mainly what I try to do in my Super Speedway League is I try to just hang in the back and just seeing how the race plays out. Typically about 30-25 laps to go, I try to make my way up towards the front after seeing how they race and whatnot. Might be why I haven't won a race there in a while. So, but no, it depends on how you want to look at it. If you want to avoid the wrecks and all that, I think hanging in the back might be a little bit better. And obviously, too, it depends on the size field also. Like, this is only 20 trucks, or 19 trucks, so it might be a little bit easier, just by staying up front and, trying to avoid everything, too. You won't be seeing that big pack of trucks making moves and whatnot, so it's definitely it's a catch-22, I'll say.
Well, we won't see that maybe for another 10 laps or so. In about 10 laps, I think we'll start seeing some hectic stuff happen.
Oh yeah, for sure. Come the end of the race, it's gonna get all basically balls to the wall.
And want to thank Katie as well for joining us on our YouTube, rooting on her driver, excuse me, Jimmy, Jimmy Rowley, the number 29 Chevrolet. Is that a trading? No, it's a Good Wrench one. Yes.
You get the 11 truck on pit road. He was an early leader, actually. Very surprising here.
I'm wondering maybe if he's got maybe it's only his second pit stop of the day, so it might just because he might have taken a chance. He might have taken a waiver out on the last one and didn't get that caution he was looking for. Well, as these drivers have been putting on a show, I don't know what to do. I want to bring us to a turn it up, but I don't want to leave this. This is too good. Oh, we got one truck in the wall, the 29. Oh, you did that's another broadcasting stretch for you, Dean.
They saved it. But they all of a sudden, they went from single file to 2x2 again. I guess it's almost time to go here.
We called it a little too early. I guess a little earlier than anticipated. In one truck there, the 70, almost sideways, 4 wide. Oh, they're making contact. There it is. Oh, there's an extra wreck happening. Oh, goodness.
There we go. Oh, man. Almost had a save.
Okay. We'll have to go back because two things happened there before. So.
Well, a lot happened. Ooh.
Let's see, the 55 truck, Trevor Bergman. Let's see what happened with him. Oh, they stack up in front of him. That's what causes the incident behind them, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have to see here, going into 3. The 78, comes down. Oh, and it takes the 84 out. Oh, so many other drivers going to get taken out in that one. Unfortunate right there. And just one truck. I'm going to go back and see who that is.
Yeah, it just looked like the 78 tried side draft and then just got a little bit too aggressive, unfortunately, and just got him in the right rear.
We're gonna jump on board, talking about sitting in the back and watching these wrecks happen. His Star Wars themed helmet there, but he's gonna sit back here and watch this wreck happen in front. Then we're gonna put it in slow motion. You see these guys get into this wreck. He's gonna move down, have this opportunity. It's a 26 truck. I can't go too much lower because you get down on that apron going too fast and it'll spin your truck around, or you're just going to lose all drivability. 55's coming back down. Oh, that's close. The 30. This one, he's just driving, hanging on. Oh, no, I guess he did get hit from the side a little bit, but that's not too bad.
Yeah, and especially with the damage model in these trucks, too. You know, it depends how you get hit, where you get hit to. If you get hit on the side, you might be okay. But if you get hit anywhere in the front, that's basically a fast repair because it'll make you lose RPM and whatnot. Thought they made the truck model a little bit better, but apparently not.
Nope, not quite as they have multiple drivers, most of the field down pit lane as they try to get their trucks repaired, get fuel topped off if anybody needed. We do still have now just 20 laps to go, just under that, of course, when we go green flag racing finally.
Now, I don't think they can make it here on fuel. I think they got at least still one more stop. Like I said, 50% fuel. I want to say it's about 15 laps or so. So they might still have one more stop in them. So if this thing plays out green, it'll be very interesting.
Let's see. Let's try to go find Andrew Smith, who he's our leader. That's even better of a reason to get him in here. Let's see if we can find him. Well, we're going to pull in one of the boss men here. Andy, this is Angel and Dean here in the SRM broadcast booth. You got us?
I hear you.
Well, we had a request first to get a chance to interview you from Madison. So we'll start off with that. So you got some supporters out there. Andy, you're leading this race. So aside from the fact that you're leading this race, give us a brief overview of the league. Give everybody a little bit about Roughneck.
So Roughneck Racing actually originally started as a team. It was me, Timothy Richardson, and Matthew Barker. And we've now expanded to like 10 different drivers, but we decided that, we were in some other leagues that we weren't too happy with and decided that maybe we should just start our own so we can run it the way we want to run it. And I wanted to more or less be able to teach people how to race. So that's kind of our goal, is to get people. There's some guys in here who this is only like their second time ever racing on iRacing, and it's great because eventually we'll be able to see that person going, from the back, to the front and being a contender, and that's what I want. I want to be able to teach people right from wrong, and just be a little help in the iRacing community.
That's pretty cool. That is really cool.
Of course, very, very respectable. Not something easy to do. A lot of people don't want to even try that. So I want to thank you for that.
Not the easiest.
No, but hey, you know what? The attitude overall is good. I've seen just some of the chats overall, and hey, we've gotten some pretty darn good racing here today. So we're pretty happy about that ourselves. And so to see you guys are lined up 2x2, lights are off. Good luck, and hopefully we're speaking to you at the end of this one.
I appreciate it, guys.
Good luck.
All right, so that was Andy Smith, your current leader in that number 14 Turtle Wax Ford F-150. To his outside, you got the F1, another Ford F-150, that of Chris Ramsey in the number 13 Jegs truck.
It's going to be a very interesting restart here. I wonder if this 55 will get up with the 14, try and give him a good push. Seems like the inside kicks off good, but it just gets hung out to dry because of, the lack of help behind him. So we might see this top lane maybe take the lead here.
Yeah, it's all going to be about organization, and then just stay paying attention to wherever that 88 truck of Jeffrey Ledford is, because he's a great pusher.
Yeah, right now he's back in. I can't tell right now, actually. Oh, he's just passing. All right, back to green here.
Back to green, absolutely. 14 with a great jump. The 55 going to stay right with him, so that'll be a great restart for him as well. As we continue going here into turn number 1, maybe the 14 a little too far out. The 55 backed off, and now the 14 maybe just didn't realize he would back off. The question is going to be, the 55 take the run he's going to get. He doesn't, but the 7 Dennis Dameron does.
Yeah, I looked at the 55 backed off a little bit to stay with the 14, and I looked at the 7 here. He's going to take the lead.
I said, all right, if you don't want it, I'll take it.
Dennis Dameron right now trying. No, he can't get him, but he's got Larry behind him. And Larry's been pretty good pushing too. So that's a truck you'll want to be behind or ahead of too.
Yeah, except they're just not going to have the help on the outside. Hanging strong there. Still side by side for 2nd and 4th, but right now the lead still belongs to Andrew Smith easily as they go across to the start finish line. 17 laps to go.
Seven's looking to side draft a little bit, but they just don't have help up there. It's just two trucks right now. It's kind of hard when it's, oh, here goes the 50 out of nowhere with the 88 pushing. How about that?
Well, those are your 2 front row drivers here via qualifying. As that's going to get close. The 88's going to have to back off. It's 17 to go. Back off. Yes, your teammate. I'm going to imagine you guys got time. But wow, they're testing it. It's working.
Yeah, they had a great run on the backstretch. And it looks like James decided to be like YOLO and went with it. And Jeffrey went right with them. Now it'll be interesting to see if the top lane gets more people, which it looks like it might with the 58 of Johnny Hurst. Oh, contact made between the 7 and 55 here.
That is right. So close. And then oh, man, they're just right on top of each other. This is just so much fun to watch. Oh, the 30 actually isn't on the lead lap. I wasn't paying attention for a moment. James Wagner's just trying to get his lap back, guys.
Is he really?
Taking his teammate with him.
Yeah, he's trying the hard way. But hey, they're making that work, though. Oh, not right now, but they were.
They were. Then everybody realized, hold on, wait a minute. We don't want to let that guy get his lap back.
Yeah, now it looks like it's died down a little bit. The inside now looks like might have the preferred trucks for the time being. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it is scary being in that middle. I know how that feels right now, how Larry and the 7 feel.
Well, let's see. What's the onboard look like for the 7 here?
Hectic.
No! Oh my goodness, we're on board! Oh, he said, didn't quite say it.
Well,
I had the best timing to go on board.
So there.
All right.
Oh man, huge hit by the 55.
We'll get it into a little bit of slow motion. The 30's gonna slide to the bottom a little bit. We're still looking fine. Oh, there it is. So the 30 wants to go low. The 88, I think he just got hooked across the back of his bumper. I think the 30 went low thinking the 88 was, of course, staying with him. And that's the goal, the 88, but the 88 didn't know.
Yeah.
Wow, 55 flying in the air. Typical of a Nathan Eastep 55, huh? Just flying through the air. Wow. What a
Yeah,
spectacular wreck.
that's one thing working with teammates too. You have to be communicating which lane you want to be on too, and that might have been a miscommunication. Be like, hey, you know what? Let's go low, and just at the last second, just what you went down way too far for them, and just doored the inside, which is it is what it is. Just one of them things.
Exactly. Unfortunately, just one of those things. We're going to have 13 laps to go here at the moment. Drivers are coming off pit lane. The 88 of Jeremy Ledford and the 70 Ford F-150 of Jerome Cooper are going to be the only two drivers not to hit pit lane here. So while we get everybody settled in off of pit lane, get their strategy settled here for what will probably be the final 11 laps of the race, we'll take one more commercial break to pay the bills here at the Sim Racing Media Network. We'll be right back, everybody. All right, we are back here. Not quite green flag racing, but with the drivers making their way back around the track here, we'll see if they look to be coming to two to green. Oh, Jeremy Leffler's going to pit this time around along with the 70.
Interesting.
And it's like he says, nah, I want to get back to the back of the pack. I want to avoid what else could possibly happen.
Now these guys should be good to go on fuel here, so that's gonna be good. Unless there's overtime, then it still might be a little bit close, but I feel like that they should be okay to the end. But I think they just wanted them 4 tires because it can make a difference. And I think, it's just easier to make moves, too. If you're going, from top to bottom and whatnot. I think it's just a little bit easier.
Exactly. It gives you the flexibility to do what you want. You don't feel as constricted or worried about causing a wreck because you don't have the fresh tires to make the moves you want to make.
Yep. But now, lost in all this is James Wagner. He got his lap back the old-fashioned way with that wreck. So he's back on the lead lap running, looks like effective 8th or 6th right now. I'm guessing 6. I'm not too sure.
Don't you tell me that doesn't work.
Surprised it did, actually.
No, it typically doesn't.
But when something like that happens, you
better use it to your advantage.
Yep, absolutely. So we'll see what James can do here. But right now, we got Andrew Smith leading with Tyler Alberts in 2nd, Tim Richardson in 3rd. I believe it looks like the 13 of Chris Ramsey in 4th, and Dalton Steele in 5th. And also, all these paint schemes are very nice also, by the way.
You know what? And it's funny you say that without me even mentioning it, because that's what I said last week. I was like, man, we got some good-looking paint schemes, especially for a bunch of new people.
Right, they need some D-meme schemes, though. Sponsor plug.
Oh, there you go. Some meme schemes. There you go. Let's get it out there for any driver out there that wants a scheme. Let's get them done. Anyways, green flag racing, and just like that, 11 laps to go. We have 14 drivers on the lead lap still. About a 10, maybe 9-car truck breakaway here.
All right, let's see what Tim does here. He might be sticking to the back of Andrew. Yep, he is. But the 59 right behind him is making a move. Dalton Steele. He's got help from James Cooper.
Side by side, these drivers are 10 laps to go as they cross the line.
Jeffrey Ledford and Larry are coming up here. I think those two trucks right now are the strongest trucks here. They've been up front all day long. Let's see if they can win this thing.
It's not always the strongest, unfortunately, that win these races. They're coming across the back stretch here, still side by side, 3, almost 4 rows deep, as everybody's still really within relative striking distance.
Absolutely, James Wagner right now. It looks like he's just hanging it out, just playing these guys race, and he's gonna make his move when it's time to go. And he has Chris Ramsey and Andrew Freeland right behind him. And I think they're doing the same exact thing, just waiting to make their moves. That's Dalton Steele now. He's actually getting a push to the lead.
I'm not trying to go quiet on you there. I just wanted to double check to make sure I was correct. We do have 2 green-white checkers should they be needed, not the 3 typical. 9 coming to 8 laps to go, side by side, still for second at the moment as Andrew Smith holds on for first.
Still side by side here right now. Andrew Smith staying down to the bottom. Looks like he might be just satisfied just staying down there.
Steven, we can't wait for you to join us here racing next week instead of having you in chat. We're always happy to have you guys watching, but definitely I know they'd be happy to have you racing. So we'll definitely be excited to have you guys, or to have you back next week. Hopefully you are able to attend, as next week we get to visit the high banks of Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Ooh. All right, looks like Don Steele got the lead here. He went right down to the bottom. Andrew's gonna push him. Almost turned him. Gotta watch out with these bumps too. It can get the truck very, very loose in the rear end.
I'll say, I guess my concern would be, you guys were talking about where you want to be. Somebody has to lead. So, how is there a way to still win the race?
Oh, big checkup on the bottom.
They're gonna do a great job of just going to the bottom, giving everybody plenty of room here to think. They're giving each other as much room as possible with 7 laps to go.
Now, you can win this race from first, but you're going to have to mirror drive, I feel like. But I would, like we were just talking about earlier, I'd rather be second, third, or fourth, somewhere back there than leading, because I'd rather be on the offensive than defensive.
Like we've talked about, Dean, somebody has to lead.
I know somebody has to lead. I don't want to lead, though.
There's always some sucker, isn't there?
Yep, there's always that one. And here goes the 11 coming up to the high line. Andrew Freeland trying to find some help, make that top work. He wants to go. Can't do it.
Of course, he was our leader earlier in this race, but right now they're kind of almost... It's like everybody's trying to find their drafting partners and start figuring out what they want to do.
Larry Fairman coming up here. He's going to try it.
You got to make the moves quick and fast, though. 6 to go. This will go quick, and you cannot wait until the last lap to start to make a move.
Yeah, it's all about timing. You can't wait, just like you say, you can't wait till the last lap. But around maybe 4 to go or something is when you should start, be planning. Depending on how far back you are too. That's the biggest thing. Is you gotta stay in striking distance.
Exactly. You can't do it too early either. You can't show your hand just too early.
Absolutely not. But right now, it looks like Larry Fairman, he's trying. But we got 5 laps to go here. Don Steele leading pretty good over Andrew Smith. They're actually pulling away from Tim Richardson.
Yeah, that poor thing is all over his back bumper right there. 5 to go. And we got a truck on the bottom. He's gonna... Before I say he will. Okay, he pulled back off the track to get out of the way. That is the number 70 F-150? Yes, the number 70 F-150 of Jerome.
Oh, you got trouble!
Oh, no, they're wrecking!
Yeah, James Wagner involved in that. He was just our lucky dog. Or not really lucky dog, but he was just the car 1 lap down.
Yeah, let's see what happened there.
Surprisingly, it looks like it was just 2-3 car incident.
He goes high. It's a good push from the 29 there. 23, sorry. Oh, right there was where he got him in the left rear, and it just turned him across the nose of the 99, and that's just going to be, you're going for a ride there. Let's jump on board with the 99 and see what his view was like.
I don't think there'll be much of a view. You'll just see a truck. Yeah, right in front of them. Now, my only concern right now with the 99 of Larry Fairman is damage. How much damage does he have, and will it affect him any?
I don't think he's got much of any. Let's go ahead and he's not even gonna pit. We'll jump and look on his front. It looks clean to me.
Okay.
He probably got the 4X from it, but I don't think anything else really from that.
I'd rather get the 4X than the damage.
Exactly, because sometimes you don't get any. You get 0X and you still get the damage.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so it looks like this is going to be a green-white checkered finish.
An official green-white checkered finish with only 2 available, so they can rack them up and try it again, but they'll only have 1 more chance after that. At that point, you better hope you're first and you get the restart of a lifetime. Now,
this is when you really want to be first, is when it's a green-white checkered, because you never know what they're going to do behind you. They can wreck like crazy, or they can keep it clean. But it just depends on how you want to go about it here. It's been pretty good racing though, so I think we're sick with 1 attempt.
You absolutely, definitely never know. I have a thing where we do not bring anybody on board or into the booth with less than 10 or 20 laps to go if it's a short track that's on the lead lap. So we're going to try to find somebody not on the lead lap and bring them in to chat with us. Let me see. Who could I bother?
Yeah, Jerome just got the lucky dog. Or, Jerome Cooper got the lucky dog. So
Jerome Cooper just got the lucky dog?
Yep.
That puts him back into the situation. Don't want to see.
I think everybody else right now is on pit road.
Yeah.
Well, looks like James is getting his damage fixed though, so he might be back out there. 1 lap down, unfortunately.
Okay, you know what? I don't see anybody that's on the lead lap. No, that's not on the lead lap here. And, oh, you know what? We have Matthew Ace. Hold on. Matt, this is Angel and Dean here in the SRM broadcast booth. You got us?
Yes, I do.
Oh, good. You're still by the rig. It looks you had an unfortunate night. I see here you're outside of the race here, but give us an overview how this race has gone from a driver's standpoint and what you've heard over the radio.
Oh, I mean, they've been some hard battles going on, some very competitive racing. I just got caught up in two unfortunate incidences, went too many laps down. I knew I pretty much couldn't get them back, so I just sort of turned over to be race control to help, everybody out. But there's a lot of battling going on. No tempers flaring just yet, but there's some really good hard racing going on. So everybody's doing a good job so far.
We love to hear it. What kind of advice you got for these guys as they're looking to finish this race out?
Just find you a buddy. Find you a buddy and work with him. Because from this point forward, it's any man's race. So yeah, you better have friends. So during this race, you better have made one.
Dean, you got anything for Matt here before we let him go to watch the end of this?
No, I was just about to say I agree with everything you just said. You got to find a partner here at the end. Unfortunately, you got taken out earlier, but hey, at least you've go. At least
we got teammates on the outside, the 14 and the 88. We got.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, two. Car Tim there. He's a teammate too with Roughneck, so it's gonna be interesting. But Daniel Steele now, don't cut him no slack. He's from SVT racing, and he's a driver. So it's gonna be interesting.
We appreciate
with the
it.
green white checkered.
All right, well, we'll see you then. Thank you.
Hey, see you, buddy.
We're gonna go back, watch what's gonna be a great finish to this race. iRacing.com pace cars down pit lane. They're in the Geico restart zone. Dalton Steele with a good launch. He's actually going to back off his launch a little bit. He had too big of a launch. Very smart on his side. Going to allow himself to stay right with his top four drivers as they go dive down here into turn number one. That outside lane, very organized. And there goes the two to the outside.
Yeah, I think that 1488, they are going to be tough to beat right now. Especially now knowing that they're teammates. It's going to be... We'll see here. Even though they're teammates, it won't count on the last lap. After that, everyone's for themselves.
What did Larry McReynolds and DW always say? There's no teammates on the last lap.
Exactly.
But they are going to leave the 11 of Andrew safety Bob Freeling, to the outside on his own. They want to make sure they can make it across the start-finish line. We're going to have one lap to go. They're going to go through the tri-oval. We're going to see, can we make this an official race?
Looks like we're going to. Absolutely.
Here it is. White flag is in the air for the Lifted Bodies 125 at Talladega Super Speedway. Your current leader, Andrew Smith, has got teammate Jeffrey Ledford and another teammate, Tim Richardson, behind. They're looking for a 1-2-3 finish, but anybody behind is not looking for that.
I think Tim's starting to back up a little bit. I think he wants to get that run.
He's going to take the run. He's going to try to block it with them. The 13 to the outside, he wants to do something. The 59 of Dalton Steele's backing up, but did they wait too long to try to back up is the question. I think they did.
I think they did too. Here we go, off four. Trying to get the run. Here comes the 59 on the 2.
Oh, it's just not going to be enough.
Too little, too late. I agree.
Too little, too late. It's going to be a side-by-side battle, not for first. Andrew Smith, he's going to lead a 1-2-3 finish for Team Roughneck as they go across the line. Andrew Smith, Jeremy Ledford, and Tim Richardson going to finish 1-2-3. Unbelievable. That was good. That's always nice to have that 1-2-3 finish. Dalton Steele almost spoiled the show there, but not quite enough.
Yeah, I think he just made his move a little bit too late. I think I feel like if he would have backed up maybe a little bit sooner on, then getting that huge restart, I think might have hurt him.
Well, my theory, and because I say this because if I was in that number 2 truck, is what I would have done. You saw him back up. You think he was making a run, but I think maybe instead of making a run, he was actually killing any run that they were going to try to develop from behind to guarantee that 1-2 finish at the very least.
Possibly, absolutely, that too. If he was doing that on team, I want him on my team.
Yeah, we've experienced some of the downsides, but we got all three of these trucks. And then the 29 of just coming in there to congratulate them. That's of Jimmy Pile and Rowdy, definitely a teammate for them. But side by side here, all three trucks. We're gonna go ahead and bring in our race winner, Andy Smith, the race winners. He burns it down for us here in the booth and for all the fans out there watching. What a spectacular performance for Roughneck right there.
Oh yeah. You like them right there? Back to back, baby. Got it at Bristol, now at Dega.
Yes, back to back, of course, here for Andrew Smith. Man, that was great. I mean, I know we're all teammates here, but at least a slight worry. You did kind of win the last one. At least a slight worry. Somebody might want to take it.
I mean, right there, it was three-way teammate win right there. It's top three, all teammates. Jeffrey, we decided right there when we got past Steele that we were all three going to drop down and we were just going to hold that line and just cruise top three, get Roughneck top three right there. So we were relaxing. I was literally telling them as we were coming around turn 4 to just relax. Let's cruise.
Well, it's a little easier to say that when you're the leader, though.
Yeah, it is, but
Dean, what you got here for our race winner tonight?
So, did you have any worry at all? Like maybe somebody from like maybe 4th or 5th, try to make a move on the top at all? Because it looked like Dalton was trying to, get a run on Tim, but it just didn't work out. Or were you just very comfortable with, knowing that you were going to win this race?
We was pretty comfortable. I did see them, jumping like in and out of line there, but it didn't seem like anybody wanted to go with them. So I was comfortable. I wasn't worried about nothing.
Hey, that's confidence right there.
Gotta have it sometimes.
Well, Andy, we always do enjoy that. I'm sure you're going to have a couple of people you'd like to thank, especially as one of the guys running the thing. So go ahead and give us a rundown of everybody you'd like to thank here tonight.
Always got to thank the personal sponsor, Turtle Wax. Appreciate them, for sponsoring me personally. The Daniel Dye official NASCAR racing team for allowing me to, run their logo for their charity, Race to Stop Suicide. Got to thank Lift Bodies out there in North Wilkesboro for, helping us out with getting this broadcasted and being able to put on a good show. And shout out to, the rest of the sponsors we got, and shout out to the Roughneck Racing Team. All our guys, we get in this chat, we work together, and we race hard and clean, and we have fun. So shout out to you guys as well, because I've watched the Bristol race every day, I think, up until this point. So I'll probably be doing it with this one too.
Well, the nice part is we've got the start of the broadcast this time, the first 10 laps, so you can definitely enjoy it, and we get to interview for today's race too.
Oh yeah. Thanks to my wife out there in the chat. It's #1 supporter out there, so
hey,
always be thankful for her.
Can't do it without the significant others. Great to hear about the Daniel Dye team as well. That's actually more local for me. It's about 40 minutes north from me. And having seen him race many a times over at New Smyrna Speedway. So, great news. Great job there, Andrew. I guess we'll see if we're doing this three weeks in a row next week at, oh, you know what? I just lost track. We were going to Atlanta.
And Atlanta's one of my favorites, so we'll see if we can get the 3-peat there.
Well, we certainly wish you the best of luck, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that was race winner Andrew Smith. We try not to extend our conversations too much, but Andrew did win last week, and unfortunately some issues on Discord. We weren't able to bring him in for his interview. for having won the race. So we had to give him a chance to get that interview in this week. Nonetheless, we're going to bring home our second place finisher teammates to our winner here, number 88, Jeffrey Ledford. Jeffrey, you got me and Dean here in the booth.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Man, we are doing pretty good, thank you. Just gonna bother you a little bit here for one. Congratulations on the team for the top 3 finish, and I know me and Dean wanted to poke at Andy as much as we can about whether or not he had any worry of a teammate trying to pass him. And of course, it's so easy to say when I joke with him. It's easy to say when you're the guy leading the pack. Let's stay in line.
Yeah, I felt bad because earlier in the season I actually got with Andrew coming down to the last lap at Daytona and wrecked him because I had a hard push from behind and it just chain reaction. So I owed him one anyway. So I was happy to push him to the end. And I told him early on, I was like, hey man, I'm content finishing like this. I'm running for championship. I'm out front in the points. A second place finish at Talladega, I'll take that.
Okay, well, that definitely solves that. That answers that one for us. Yeah, solid second at Talladega, something to absolutely be happy with when you're leading the points and you're able to push a teammate to victory in the process. Jeffrey, next week we head to Atlanta. We only talked briefly here with Andy on Atlanta, but he says it's his favorite track, so what's your plan to make sure it's still a Roughneck Racing 3-peat, but this time it's Jeffrey Ledford in Victory Lane?
Well, I paid him back what I owe him on the Daytona deal, so I'm looking to take another win. I've got a couple of them this season, and I'm hungry to get back to victory lane. I had a rough race last week with Bristol. Was out front early, was pulling away from the pack. I felt real good about my race. Went down to go get my tires a little right around halfway, and when I come back, I just kept running into everybody else's problems coming through the field. And that's the main reason I was just wanting to focus on a decent finish today to get back on track, and then next week we're going to go out there and fight for a win.
I think that's probably the best way said. Yes, absolutely. We noticed last week the ups and downs, of course, just trying to get through the pack. But
Bristol, baby.
It's Bristol, exactly. We're going to let Dean handle the last driver in the interview. But still, Jeffrey, I would like to ask you, go ahead and give a shout out to your friends, your family, and any sponsor shout outs you might have.
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for coming out and putting this on for us. We're having a great time putting on the show for you guys. Hopefully, it's been some good racing. I want to thank all my friends for coming in and watching the broadcast with us. I want to thank Roughneck Racing for having me on with them guys. It's been great. The whole league is a whole team here. We're trying to help each other out, whether it's teammates or not. We'll offer advice on how to improve everybody, make everything better. I've been in iRacing for I think it's like 2010 or so. So I've got a lot to offer, but some of these other guys are still coming in and offering me stuff. So it's all helping each other out.
That is awesome to hear, Jeffrey. We appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck still continuing on with the league, and we'll see you next week at Atlanta.
Sounds good. Hope to talk to you guys some more.
That was your race second place finisher there, Jeffrey Ledford. We're going to see, is Tim Richardson in chat? Yes, he is. Dean, I'm going to throw you to the woods here, and I'm going to allow you to interview the other driver of the number 2 car, or number 2 truck in tonight's case, Tim Richardson. Tim, you got me and Dean here.
10-4, what's up?
Tim, I know you're ranked 3rd on the last lap. Was there any thought about making a move for the win there? Because I saw you were backing up a little bit, but I was like, I don't know if he has enough, or, were you just ride there with them, or did you want to make a move?
Well, I don't know if I should answer that with my teammates listening to me, but the thought crossed my mind. I did back up a little bit and thought maybe, if the outside's open, I might try to take second away from Jeff. But I just stacked up with my teammates and we were all content running where we were. So there was no point in risking wrecking and knocking all 3 of us out over being greedy. So just stay in line, finish the race 1, 2, 3.
Right. Very smart move there. How's your race overall? We didn't see you much at the beginning up front, but once the race got down to the closing laps, we saw you up near the front lot more and more, avoiding wrecks. How's your night?
Yeah, just trying to stick back, watch what everybody's doing, try to avoid the big ones, which I think I got caught up in 1 or 2 of them. It wasn't too bad. I didn't have a whole lot of damage, so it didn't affect me too much, but just working my lines, trying to see who I could go with, who's going a little faster. just trying to race smart.
Yep, absolutely. I run in a super speedway league, and yeah, I hang in the back all the time, and I do the same exact thing. It's when it comes down to these races, you gotta be smart about how you race others and who you work with and whatnot. So I completely understand. Andrew, you got anything for us here?
Well, Tim, other than the congratulations, nice job on that. I will give you, of course, the opportunity to go ahead and thank anybody you had to thank, friends, family, and, of course, any sponsors.
Yeah, shout out to any family members out there watching. I'm sure a couple of my uncles are watching right now. Shout out to our sponsor for these first 3 races, which is my family-owned business, Lift Bodies, that my grandfather started. So thank you to them for taking care of the tab for the first 3 races, and I guess that's about it. Thanks to my teammates. Yeah, that's it. Short and sweet, guys. Short and sweet.
That's the best way. That's the best way, Tim. Of course. No, we thank you very much. And hey, we're heading to Atlanta next week, so let's see if we can put this number 2 truck in victory lane, and we'll talk to you from there.
We're definitely going to go for it. I hope you guys had as much fun broadcasting this race as I did racing in it.
Oh, it was a blast. It was a blast to broadcast, and a lot of good racing too. A lot of good hard racing.
Sounds good. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
All right, Dean. Well, that was a nice race. We got 50 laps in. We are all set to go. Of course, we're gonna just quickly run through our finishing order in tonight's race. So give me just 1 second. We'll pull that up for everybody, of course, watching. Andrew Smith, as we mentioned and previously were able to speak to, gonna bring it home in victory lane to here. Jeffrey Ledford in second, and of course we just finished speaking with Mr. Tim Hollywood Richardson in third. Dalton Steele, a strong effort right there in the end. Unfortunately, gonna only result in a 4th place finish. Not too bad, of course, when we're talking about Talladega. And our sole Canadian in the race tonight, the number 99 Ford F-150, Larry Fairman, rounds out your top 5. Mr. Andrew Safety Bob Freeling going to finish in 6th as your biggest mover of the race, the only person to have double-digit moves up into the race, up 10 spots. Chris Ramsey in 7th, Tyler Alberts in 8th, Matthew Gall in 9th, and Dennis Darman going to round out your top 10. Jimmy Pyland Rowdy in 11th, Jerome Cooper and James Cooper 12th and 13th respectively, Jonathan Vandenberg in 14th, James Wagner in 15th, Chad Hawkins in 16th, 17th belongs to Trevor Bergman, Johnny Hurst in 18th, and we were able to speak there with Matthew Barker Ace, who would of course finish in the last position after getting involved in some wrecks, as he mentioned, and decided to pull off and just spend his time as race control. Dean, we had a great race tonight. I want to thank you for jumping in with us. I'll let you sign yourself off, and then we'll be all set.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you for having me. Hopefully I can come back up and get on a shot at this. If not, I understand, but I'm kidding. No, it was fun to watch, and it was a great race to broadcast. Like I said, not hard, clean racing. I had some big wins, obviously, but that's just Talladega racing. That's just part of it. And hopefully, next week's Atlanta. Now, is it old Atlanta or new Atlanta next week?
Yeah, I do believe yes, it will be New Atlanta.
All right, well then it's gonna be another. It's gonna be tricky. I just ran in a official or not official, but hosted race at Atlanta Monday, and it was pretty tricky. Handling's gonna be a big factor there, and all I gotta say is good luck to them.
That's why I love it, and it's just so much fun to be able to not only just racing but also get to broadcast. And then it was a pleasure to have you. I'd say for your first time and filling in the last half hour, you did a darn good job. I appreciate that very much. So, as I've said before, thank you everybody for coming in tonight, watching tonight's race here, the Lifted Bodies 125 for the Roughneck Racing League, round number 4 at Talladega Super Speedway. Andrew Smith taking home victory lane in back-to-back races at Bristol last week and this week at Talladega. We mentioned next week. We'll see you all at Atlanta. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you in a week.